Gap between Wilfried and Renata is now 14 seconds. It's slowly coming down.
And we have Paolo Martins into the pits. Or is he exiting the pits? He's exiting the pits for Atlantic Racing in P2. Second position in P2.
Timu Troika going off wide there.
I think you're right. He's had a horrible day.
He's been driving that car for so long, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think he has. I did see on the monitor here that the drivers in the Atlantic car. It was Peter Enders who had done somewhere around 130 laps in that car straight. Don't think he's quite up there, but he's done a very big amount of the driving in the SRS Racing Acura.
Looking now, he did the first. Let's get the mighty calculator out. Accessories, there we go. That's 64 plus 37.
He's actually done 126 laps straight now since he took over the car. The final part of the race. That has been a two-man team with Roy Schroten, who has also done quite a lot of laps. In the middle part of the race, only is into the wall again.
I think he's done nearly 225 laps.
And the car has been driven 321.
That's a serious amount of driving from Timu Troika.
And he almost had to do it as well, because Roy Schroten has been over at RD and done the P8, him as well.
We're joined back by the main man, Bradley Vanian. You enjoy that break?
I needed it. Yeah.
I'd say you earned it as well.
I think you and Timu must have been commentating for the same amount of time that Timu's been driving. Because he's done 2/3 of the race.
What, in one go?
No, in a couple of goes, but this last run has been over 100 laps.
Yeah, I think he's scratching on 130 laps.
That is a huge amount of laps.
When his teammate Roy was actually driving sort of for me, in a way. So what have I missed? Like, what's happened to Motorsport for All?
They had some sort of issue in the pit lane.
Okay. And Atlantica one pit stop behind then from No Limit?
No Limit still need to pit. They should be coming in the next few laps. So Atlantic will take the lead again.
Okay.
They will in theory be the true leaders based on strategy. But it'll be close. And the battle between the GT leaders is 12 seconds and it's slowly closing in.
It's not looking good, George.
I think I'm going to have to shout at Renato to maybe do even more driving. I don't know, I think he could be done.
Ooh, that's an interesting thought from Ole Marius here. Have they done enough driver swaps?
Yep, they have done. Peter Enders did from lap 207 until lap 346, so he did 100 and around 140 laps then.
We have Robin Toll in the pits for Rare Endurance Team.
Yep, so I think this could be a driver swap. They should be going to Jarno Hodgewedge, I believe.
I've forgotten already.
Yep, there it is. Jarno Hodgewedge taken over. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Alright. Looking at the required driver swaps, I think we have to put Roy Schrotenby in the car that Timo Toika is driving.
That would make sense.
Because they've done 2 driver swaps in the briefing, it says 3.
Casper Mortensen just lost about 10 seconds. Atlantic Racing, second place. They've got damage, I think they've had a crash.
Whoops.
What's happened?
That's good.
So yeah, they've just lost 8 seconds in the middle sector, and that could cost them the win.
Yeah, he's had a spin in... I think that's turn 10, a little bit too hard on the power. Sorry. That might mean that they are within sight of each other once Michael Miller has done his pit stop.
Well, it depends what type of pit stop it is. If it involves driver swap, then I think they might still be just ahead. If the no driver swap is needed, or if they don't do a driver swap, then I think he'll be comfortably ahead, because it doesn't take 75 seconds to do a pit stop, even with the pit lane speed.
Hello, I'm back.
So yeah, George, you just missed the Atlantic Racing car spin from second position.
Ah, the P1 car.
Yeah, they just lost about 8 seconds.
So it's going to be very, very close when Michael Muller comes into pit. And obviously Michael Muller's got the shortest stint at the end. Did Casper get any damage from that?
No, it wasn't touching anything.
Okay, so he should be alright then.
But we have another little thing, because Timo Toika and Roy Schroten has only done 2 driver swaps in the SRS P2 car. And I can see that you have written 3 in the briefing.
Yep.
One moment. Let me double check this. That was 1.
I must say, you gotta give some credit to Team Toyota. If he does do the rest of the race on his own, okay, they'll get disqualified. But anyone who could drive for that long, even with...
No, I think they've done 4. Let's see, because Timo Toika switches to Roy Schroten on lap 65, so that's the first one. On lap 125, Roy Schroten gives back to Timo Toika, that's the second.
Ah!
Then on lap 159, Timo goes back to Roy, so that's the third. Then Roy back to Timo on 196, that's the fourth.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
All clear then.
Yeah. I think I said it so that the minimum driver swaps really do push it. You know, it's not like teams have to make lots of swaps. You know, 3 swaps in a 12-hour race I think is very fair. You know, not many people will do just the 3 swaps, because that would require obviously 3 4-hour stints.
Oh, and George Poulsen fits for UK now. And it's actually very close between Atlantic Racing P2 car and Killerfish Racing P2. Only 8 seconds.
Where's that battle come from? There's been no potential battles in P2 for ages, and now there is a battle with, maybe one of them has just pitted. Let's have a look.
Yeah, it isn't that long ago since the Atlantic team was in the pits.
It wasn't too long ago since the Killerfish team, they were on 379. So when was the Atlantic car?
That's not too far ago either. Let's see. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 laps ago.
Yep, they were on 334, so that's only 5 laps between them. So that is a battle to the end then for them too.
Okay, and I've caught up with a car leaving the pits. That's the UK NL car of George Paul. Right. Not too far there, we got... no. Another one. There we go. There you have Paulo Martins in the Atlantic PU2 team.
But Michael Muller should be coming into pit very soon. His last one was on 328.
Well, he's really getting a good fuel consumption on that car.
I'll be right back. I'm going to go and speak to Renato.
Hello, Ali.
Hey.
Welcome back!
From the land of the Eurovision back to the 12 hours of Sebring. So,
Well, You've come to the right place then.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking really.
You've come back to planet Earth.
Yeah. Oh god, some of the stuff that was in the Eurovision, I'm surprised he got.
If I've punched the right number, we're watching the leader, which we expect into the pits within the next few laps.
He is putting in some very good lap times.
Yep.
He's storming away from Casper Mortensen, so he should be leading when he pits.
Not long to go.
Not long to go. There's an hour and 27 minutes.
Well, still okay. It's, you know.
And into the pits it goes. I'll keep an eye on Casper Mortensen on my other screen.
Wilfred van der Brink is now less than 10 seconds behind the 05 Motorsport car. Of course, pit stops still need to be done. Now just for tyres, fuel, possibly driver swaps if needed. Because, well, I think the original plan was that George Talbot was going to be driving that car for the final 2 hours, but, well, he isn't driving the car now. So, maybe later we'll see him in the car.
Yep, and Miller will go out in the lead because Mortensen is now about to enter the back straight.
That's worked really well there for the no limit.
So there is no limit to the possibilities for the no limit team.
But oh, it's at the same time.
Nice. Nice. As we have George Talbot rejoin the channel again.
Yeah, that was good timing there.
What have I missed?
A really good
Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't call Jinx. I'm really surprised you didn't call Jinx.
Because that's mature.
That was come on, guys.
Well, George, did you manage to persuade Renato to take the take the car to flag?
I don't know. The first words I said to him was, "How is everything, Renato?" And he just replied saying, "Not good." And I said, "Why? What's happening?" He goes, "Wilfred's catching me." So the gap is down to 9 seconds, and he's still got about half a tank left.
Meanwhile, the gap at the front is now 34 seconds after the pit stop. So even without the Atlantic Racing mistake, it still would have been a very comfortable lead. However, they might need to do a splash and dash near the end of the race because with 1 hour and 25 minutes to go, that's not enough time. Or that's too much time to do one full fuel tank. So they might need to pit with about 15 minutes to go.
Both teams need to pit again, but the strange thing is that the Atlantic team, they follow the same strategies, should be ahead at the moment, so that maybe the no limit car hasn't changed tyres. Because that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that could quite well be because there was a very short pit stop for the no limit car.
Yep, that would just be fuel then. So they're going with a different strategy. Maybe Casper, who's running these tyres now, will run them to the end, so he'll get that time back, maybe. This is going to be a long time that Michael Muller's going to have to go on these tyres. So it's still not over yet. that P2 battle's still around 9 seconds. Although it looks like Jellyfish car might be a little bit faster. Well, let's see, the gap is 9 seconds, so we'll give them a few laps and see if Paolo Martins is equal to Stefan Glodzel, or Stefan's a bit quicker. Last time round, Paolo was a tenth faster.
For our sake, I hope Stefan is faster, man. You don't always get what you want. How's the cold coming on, George?
Well, I think I'm getting better and better, but I'm happy I'm not feeling how I was yesterday. I had to take the day off work, I felt so bad, and I thought, you know, absolutely perfect timing just before the first round, but as Ian Mills said to me on TeamSpeak, he said, "You sound like death warmed up." So I must sound pretty suicidal to everyone watching the broadcast.
You just sit in the corner with like an axe, like with Grim Reaper behind you, rocking in a little corner, just a dark room with a little spotlight.
With a pot of tea sitting next to me.
Just rocking there. That's quite a depressing and quite scary thought. Anyway.
And, sorry, no, we've got to continue this because Jeffrey Ruskus has just poked me asking if I am suicidal. Wait, let's get this tool in here.
I think people are going to get nightmares now due to that description, Bradley.
Jeffrey! No? Don't fancy a chat?
Oh, I do.
Oh. So, how are you coping after disappointment in the V8s?
What disappointment.
That's another outside the top 10 finish.
You expect me to finish inside the top 10 then?
Well, you do big yourself up as a top driver, the main driver in this team. So we've lost Wilfred, so we've now only got the second fastest. Second fastest Dutchman. You need to persuade Renato to do another hour.
What is that? You can't be bothered.
Well, if I drive, we don't stand any chance of winning because we got the extra 6 seconds of a driver swap.
So you didn't take over at all? He's been driving for how long now?
But the end of this stint will be 3 hours and 45 minutes.
What a team manager you.
Well, for the best interest of the team. So if he does another 50 minutes, that'll take him to like 4 hours and 40 minutes. Or 35 minutes, which is quite a stint.
You're driving him to death.
But he's doing so well. He's like a hamster in a running wheel. Just feed him and he'll keep on going. He's enjoying it, so.
You know when the hamster dies?
Yeah, then you find a replacement. Jeffrey says there's lots more to come out of Holland.
Oh, I've lost you there.
Have you enjoyed the race today, Jeffrey?
The part I did. It was enjoyable.
So every other part of the race not, no?
I don't know, I haven't seen it. Looked alright.
Well, now Robin Vertigall is now playing mind games, saying that if he was Renato, he'd leave it to someone else to lose P1. Jeffrey, can you go out and do the last stint?
Why me? You're a born loser, so...
Oh dear. Well, let's go get Steve in. I don't mind taking one for the team because my excuse will be when I was given the car there was not enough of a gap. Plus I will probably inherit it in second place, so...
But you know how wide I can make my car.
Are we still watching the D2 car? Yes, we are.
I was gonna check that gap again.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the gap is...
No, it's still at
Moving around.
9.3, so it's exactly the same as it was 5 minutes ago.
Well, they're pretty much equal then.
Yep. Wilfred actually for the last few laps hasn't caught Murata. So there is hope.
How big is the gap?
It's 8 seconds. Who have we been joined by?
Wait a Bosch.
Is that Richard? Oh, he's left. He's obviously too tired to talk to us after his long stint at work.
Oh, work.
Oh, he's back.
Fortunately.
Dickard? Oh, he's left.
I think he's playing with us.
Come
I
on,
think-
Dickard, just a few words. Oh, he's saying he can't hear us. Go and put him back up there then.
Oh, and someone pitted. It is the Feeders Ball Poland P2 team.
By the way, George, we lost our 4th place in the V.
Oh, the results already up.
Yeah,
So,
Send them to you.
That's very disappointing.
The leading P2 car is into the pits as well, Tobias Sonnenberg.
Yes.
We've dropped down to 7th. Oh dear.
obviously not.
Not a strong showing next round, we could be able to get back up to 3rd.
Yeah, right.
Well, we were in 4th before that round and we only had one driver tonight, so me and Jeffrey both normally finish, we're both crap. We make it to the flag in Division 1, so...
Have we had a driver swap at Feeder Sport Poland?
Yep, it's Łukasz.
Zakalowski,
Talskowski.
and it's
Oh, and Jürgen Miller also
Yep.
pits low.
so for the final 75 minutes now.
Wilfred's got the gap down to 7 seconds. Painfully clawing it in.
That will mean that the pass will be imminent. Oh, fasten.
Yeah, just gain
Painful.
a second. Just gain a second. .5.
I'll
Oh,
be
out!
right
Team
back.
Toyka! Team Toyka, what a surprise. Had some sort of damage, or some sort of accident.
Not the first time today. He's had a very long day in that P2 car. Very long day. Especially with his new pal, Sunset Bend.
Yeah, he's been touching and feeling Sunset Bend up quite a lot today.
He's been getting a bit frisky with the barriers.
There we go.
Oh, and Benjamin Thurman is in the pits for No Limit Motorsport GT.
We?
Starting to go all French now, just out of nowhere. As I think we are still looking at Toyka. Nothing's actually turned. Anything come up on my live timing?
We'll look, and yes, so Benjamin Fernand now out of the pits and in 14th. Well, 4th in class, still driving the car. We've had no retirement since Oliver Ernest. And that gap is now 6.2 seconds in 05 and Sim Racing for Holland.
Yep, we're on board with Wilfred van der Brink now. He can smell blood.
Meanwhile, Casper Mortensen is now catching up on No Limit Motorsport. Gained over a second on the previous lap. And doing 41s now.
Yeah, I said the description earlier, but Wilfred is acting like a shark now, waiting his opportunity to pounce. He's only 7.2 behind Renatos. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw something in the closing stages, especially if there are pit stops yet to be made.
There are pit stops to be made.
So
6.2.
Oh god, I still got the high-pitched noise of the Albanian singer still stuck in my head. Oh dear, and I don't know how they finished.
Ali, I've got a little tip for you.
Go on then.
Don't watch Eurovision.
But then you get the really funny performances that don't make any sense. And you're thinking, how do you represent this country with such a weird song?
Because no one else is successful in Europe.
There's a man from the country who was represented by a guy called Humperdinck.
Yes. Yes, exactly. My point is proven.
But no, there was some good songs. As there are in Eurovision, there's some.
Oh, Timo! Oh my God! Seriously, Timo!
Yeah, he's again. And I'm surprised he's actually not last in the P2.
We should have a separate camera, which is the Timo Toika camera. a bit like in motorsport, we have like the pit lane camera for live timing, the onboard camera, and this one just be the Timo Toika camera.
The Toika camera.
Where every lap we see a crash at a different corner.
I think we're gonna see on YouTube Toika's greatest hits, and you're just gonna see a montage.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna search that, and I'm gonna search that now. So I swear.
What Toika's greatest hits?
Yeah.
Just have some club track, and then this car just coming off the track, really, like music.
The guy I admire is
determination.
Yeah.
I mean, he's kept the car in the race, and he's not last in P2, so you got to give quite a bit of credit to Timo Toika.
Yeah.
So well done for him to, at least keeping it not last.
He can be the last value.
But we're still on board with Van der Brink, and he is on the same straight as Renato now.
Yeah, 6.3 seconds. Oh, whoa! Go to P2, because now the P2 battle is now closing. It's now 5.6.
Yeah.
It was 7 seconds, just, well, not long ago.
With almost an hour to go, so...
1 hour and 9 minutes.
Where are we in the...
That would be 6th and 7th place. It's now 5.9.
Colin Martins and Jürgen Müller.
I hope that the Atlantic and Killerfish stay sort of on the same strategies, just so one team doesn't end up losing loads of time in pits or something, which will ruin this battle. Same with the GT battle as well. I hope that we do have 2 battles right to the end.
Van der Brink has actually clawed up at like another second.
And yes, so has Stefan Glotzel.
Yeah, And Tumo Toika pits.
I was gonna say that's surprising. What's this? It's like the
You mean surprise? For sure. Yeah, that's surprising.
way for sure. Woohoo.
Wink, wink. Deliberate.
Way.
Like your high level of sarcasm there.
Way.
The question is, will he go for 200 laps, or will he leave the car over to Roy Schroten now? He's so close to the finish, so...
No, he stayed. I think he stayed in the car.
Oh my god.
So we're going to see more of Timo's greatest hits.
Way.
Available on DVD by the end of this week.
Dun, 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 dun.
But currently we're on board with, is this the Atlantic car? The P2 Atlantic car?
Oh, it's now less than
Yep, it
4
is.
seconds. It's now less than 4 seconds in the P2
Yeah,
cars.
Paolo
I-
really piling on the pressure now.
And in the background there we can see Stefan Glutz coming in the Killerfish Porsche.
Dun, dun,
Oh yeah, I got the
dun,
wrong person.
dun,
I was
dun, 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 dun,
on strange
dun.
reason looking at... I thought Paolo was attacking Jorgen for some strange reason, wasn't reading properly.
5 seconds in the GT battle now. Van der Brink and
Yep.
Dornels.
So far we still have
And we have a pit stop.
in
that
the
Patrick
form
Brown?
of yeah. We have 18 runners still, so I suppose it's not that bad.
Oh, it's the
Yes.
same amount of drivers we had finishing the 10-hour race we did last time around. That's nice.
The Patrick run in the pits. Hopefully, the pit stop goes okay. Hopefully, we don't lose another car. But yeah, we've had 2 disqualifications this race due to headlight problems. That was for Accident Sim Racing, who were in 4th for a large portion of this race. That's in the P1 class. Paolo Martins has lost time. He's crashed.
And then that's
he's just
pretty
lost
much gives
position.
Stefan.
He's had damage. Something's happened to Paolo Martins.
He's gotten Timo
yes.
fever.
Can the cameras catch him, please?
Yeah, see if we can get a replay of what happened to Paolo there.
Because we've
We
just
can
lost.
try to see.
We've
if we
lost
can
our
do it.
only battle for P2. No, we finally try and get close to a battle for P2, and then it ends up.
We got it on the
No,
screen
I don't know
now,
about your
please.
only battle, because Wilfred van der Brink is now 4.9 behind, because he was 5 seconds now, and Jorgen Muller's also had some sort of accident out there.
Maybe. No. Doesn't matter. I was gonna say maybe contact with Paolo Martins, but that's the wrong drive.
Nope. But yeah, I don't know if anything's happened to. It's gone like red on my live timing, so that must mean he's had some form of accident.
Yeah.
As
We have a camera facing backwards from this car. Yes, we have.
we're on board Van der Brink, or no, wrong car.
Yeah, we're on board.
I don't know.
We're on board with Renato Donels, and in the background we can slightly see the lights of Wilfred van der Brink.
Very little floodlights around Sebring. Interesting, I thought there were more. I know the track is not completely supposed to be lit, but...
No, it is
Right.
pretty much the start-finish line that is fully
And
lit up.
yeah,
A couple
that's-
corners out on the circuit.
that's really due to like just the whole paddock area. Whatever you call it, garage area.
Indeed.
Paddock.
Yeah, so I was right first time. As we're coming up to what I believe is the back straight.
Yeah, it looks like
Yep.
it.
Yeah,
This
I can
car is
see how
still reaching a
faint.
very good top speed. There's 252 before it hits the brakes.
You can see faint lights in the form of Wilfred Vanderbrink has
Yeah,
enough.
T2SP are pitted, as have the default Polo P1.
Right, let's see if any driver changes.
I
Xavi or Xavi at
I
Martini?
don't think there'll be a driver change in the Poland car because
No.
Bogus hasn't only been driving for an hour.
Don't think there's a change either in the T2SP car. I think that is pretty much it for them. They're just gonna go and do pit stop.
Yeah, Bogus did a very short pit stop for Feeder Sport Poland car and is back out onto the circuit at the moment.
So just like a splash and dash, really.
Yeah, more or less just filling up the tank and not changing tires.
It must be so scary as a GT driver, especially at dark, to see two P1 cars like battle it out with you in the middle. I mean, I don't know if anyone's had that feeling before, but that must be terrifying.
There was once about an hour ago where the No Limit P1 car went through the middle of two GT cars on the exit of Sunset Bend. Yeah, this is still during the night.
That's something that would wet your pants, in other words. Just to see it, yeah. Oh, I'm battling with this guy, and then you just see it.
Ah!
And then goes a P1 car, and you're just like, holy crap.
Yep. And we did have a driver swap actually in the T2SP endurance team. David Lopez has taken the final
Wait,
stage.
is this the first time that David Lopez has driven?
I don't think so.
One driver that we haven't actually seen in the T2SP team today is Carlos Ortiz. I know that he's in the team.
I'd imagine he'll be doing V8s or something.
Yes, but that's only for a few hours.
True.
So they're a very large team. They have about 7 drivers overall in the GT team.
Very interesting thing that there's a bit of debris on the start-finish straight, which has been there for hours now. I'm surprised no cars actually come and collected it by accident.
I think I've collected it. It just doesn't make a difference.
And you were right, this is the first time David Lopez is in the race.
Well, I
there you
got
go.
correct.
Bradley gets something correct.
I get 2 points.
Deux points for la Vanian. Yeah.
I've got to say it in
God.
some sort of other European country accent.
No, it has to be
Estonian?
French. It doesn't work with European Eurovision. It doesn't work with any other accent. It has to be in French. Deux points. All the points are read in French and
Yes, deux points.
deux points.
A time
For la
left them
suite.
59 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah, Ali, we could probably end up having a 50-minute conversation just saying the words deux points over and over
Exactly.
again.
But it's not related to what we're doing right here.
I know.
I know, but you know, when you're so far into a race, there is so much you can talk about. Let's actually see who's out there. And Wilfred Vanderbrink is dropping a little bit. He's got it down to 4.4 now. So.
Oh, and the second position car spins there. Casper
Oh
Mortensen.
wow. Yeah, there he is on the Sunset Bend, and that's it really.
Boom! No limit motorsport win!
End of story. Everyone can go home now.
Yeah, nothing to see here.
Yeah, just push them out. That's the end of the broadcast, even though we've got like an hour left. Yeah, you can go now.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a
Yeah. But that's pretty much summed up their race. Just second place.
They've
And
been
they've
there
held
or
it.
thereabouts, but the strategy has been lacking. They tried a very basic strategy, and looks like they're going to be beaten due to it. They've had the pace, the race pace.
Sorry to interrupt, but Van der Brink has pitted.
Ah, there you go.
And George Pole as well has pitted in the UKNL.
Now this will be interesting to see what Van der Brink does. Does he change tyres? Does he do a driver swap? How much fuel does he have? A lot of factors here. Same with well, yeah, because now this might actually change what the 05 Motorsport car does, because you know they want to have the same or quicker pit stop than SimRace, the Dutch team do. So, if
sorry, guy.
No, it's fine.
Well, Wilfred seems to have only just gone and get like new tyres and fuel, so.
Okay, so yes, so 05 Motorsports, I think it'd be better if they don't do a driver swap, not with anyone, or else, well, that'll ruin their chances of a win, really.
Yeah.
Unless they do a driver swap with someone that is able to go faster, then.
Wilfred Van der Brink, but
yeah, my mind is going blank at the minute.
with
And
and
of course we
speaking
have.
of the devil, Renato Dornless, I don't know how to say his name, surprisingly, even though it sounds very Hispanic or Latin based.
Renato Dornell?
Yeah, Dornelle.
45 seconds.
So, I don't think that would keep out in front of Wilfred. Unless.
Depends what they do with the pit stop, if they change the fuel, if they change tyres.
It really does depend now on what is happening.
Wilfred is out onto the back straight. He enters the sunset bend at this moment at the same time as
it's so much tension, and this is a long stop, and now he's out.
Renato will continue to the finish, I guess.
And he is
He's
ahead.
gone for a very long time as Renato. And here we go, we're on viewing Van der Brink, who I think has closed up due to this.
Well, no, he will in a second. You probably just the tyres, but yeah, it's now 3 seconds. It's now
just screaming at Renato on TeamSpeak. I think we've spent some time trying to work out the fuel. Hopefully, it's enough. We've gone to the soft tyres, but it's going to be a big ask of Renato.
Well, there's a 3 second gap now, and of course Renato will have slightly colder tyres at this stage.
Yep, we wanted to run a few laps longer, but obviously with Wilfred coming in and getting the fresh tyres, we didn't want to be passed on the pit stop, so we had to bring in Renato a few laps early.
Well, yeah, you wanted to do it after that team, just so you understand maybe what you've got to do in the pit stop. You don't want to go first, just in case you make a mistake. Let's say, such as if you put in maybe the wrong tyres, and maybe because then you want to react after knowing what your rivals are going to be doing.
It's going to be a crazy finish. This. Wilfred said, Renato said I need to pay for masseuse to go round to his house for a long time, because he says he cannot feel his backside.
I know his situation.
At the moment, I wish I could feel my left leg.
And Jeffrey Ruskus has just chipped in saying, with a happy ending. What a tool.
Stefan Glexo is in the pits. So Killerfish Racing is in the pits.
Stefan
Glexo, right. I've struggled with that name all day.
And he's on his way out.
If you think you've been struggling with names, if you think that's a hard name, you ain't seen nothing.
I know. Or Bradley.
It's like I'm probably like one of the only people at the moment that can say Jonathan Aukerklint correctly.
Well, I said it right earlier. I mean, I'm in the same team.
Casper Mortensen has pitted.
Like, oh, okay.
Atlantic Racing.
So he had a bit of a muck-up in Sunset Bend earlier. I doubt that did anything related to now, but still, I think the pit stop could be a bit longer. Wilfred van der Brink has got the same gap as he did when Renato came out of the pit lane. So, and that as Casper now leaves the pit lane.
That will be the final pit stop for the Atlantic Racing P1 car then.
And then of course one more pit stop for No Limit Motorsports, so it's just down to speed, maybe if one of them makes mistakes. But it should be a victory for No Limit. Anyway, back to the GT battle, 3-second gap, and now it's dropping to 2.7.
I think this has got to be one of the closest races in GT I've ever seen. I remember in the RTLMS at Road America, we had a finish of 0.2 of a second in P1 class. But this battle has been going on for 11 hours now.
Maybe this will end up like the Laguna Seca race a few years ago in the American Le Mans series, where it goes down to the final lap and on the main straight. Porsche and the Corvette. About that. But the Corvette got taken out by the Porsche.
What's going on in P1? Have they both pitted to the end or not?
No Limit Motorsports
Nah.
do need to pit. They'll need to pit near the end of the race.
But
Yeah,
Atlantic Racing,
Peter Enders is expecting the pit stop for No Limit to be at around 20 minutes left of the race.
Yep,
Splash and Dash don't expect tire change. There you go.
correct.
So it's No Limits race to lose then.
2.3 seconds, G's battle.
Renato running a bit wide there.
Wilfred only 2.3 now behind.
You can see the lights of Wilfred in the background when... Ah, there you go. And that is how close it is after 11 hours and some minutes.
Wilfred looks like he's absolutely flying on this lap. Let's see their first sector times. Anata's is a 45.6 and Wilfred's was a 45.3, so he took 3 tenths, 2.5 tenths out of him in that first sector.
Jumping on something I'm wondering about the battle for second in P2. I think Atlantic need to pit again? Yes? No?
I'll have a look.
The Atlantic
Oh.
Racing P2. Because if so, then they might try to just put in fuel or tyres, depending on what they've got, to try and keep ahead of Killerfish, because it's got to be a very quick pit stop if they're going to stay ahead of Killerfish.
Atlantic definitely needs pit again, and let's see with this one.
Didn't they spin not so long ago?
The Atlantic car?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the P1 car, wasn't it?
Well, the P2 also spun, because that's how Killerfish really
Ooh.
got past.
So they
The Atlantic
pitted.
car...
I think they'll be okay. No, so the Atlantic car has to pit, and the Killerfish car doesn't. But it's going to be close. It's 40 seconds, so the Atlantic car won't need as much fuel, and they may not take tyres. So that's going to be very close. So all three classes are still being fought out.
Oh, and Stefan Glutz lost the car in 7th position for Killerfish.
No, he can't afford to make mistakes like that. Has he got any damage?
It lost the front clip of the car.
I think that's just cost them any chance of a race win.
No, race win second.
No, second place, sorry.
Wilfred van der Brink is only 1.9 under Renato now. The battle if first in GT. As we ride it on board, or on the roof, I believe. As we all yawning, infectious yawn around in the studio.
Yeah, Stefan Glutz is on his way into the pits, or has to do some repairs.
Yeah, well, that's it really, I suppose.
Actually, I think a new record has been broken. The longest time without Timo Tuika has crashed, being said.
Oh,
don't say that,
for a little
man.
while.
Don't say that. Please don't say that. Remember what I did earlier.
3, 2, 1. Oh.
No, but I had a massive commentator's curse earlier, didn't I? Sadly. I think it was with Titoka. He was battling with I think it was the UK&L team ages ago, and I said something about Timo, and then as soon as I said it, he just went into a spin. So, oof. P1 car catch up.
We can see the rear bumper now.
98 seconds.
And he's gonna have to slow down. Well, I wouldn't say slow down. He's gonna be passed by this P1 car.
I think the P1 battle is over. I also think the P2 battle for second is over.
Unless some massive explosion happens, but
Yes, unless a massive explosion happens.
or a GP3 moment,
or a GP3 moment.
or a Mark Webber incident, or I can list off all of these.
Oh Jesus Christ! What have we gotten ourselves into?
See a load of people start doing wheelies as Christian Ackerman comes into the pits. For Rhino Esport P1.
Oh, it's 1.5 seconds now. So, yeah, sorry, this is GT battle again. I'm gonna say that Sim Racing for Holland will win, even though I think I'll probably end up about to be killed.
And Michael Miller also pits, by the way.
I'm gonna say that one more time. I think Sim Racing for Holland will win. So in about 5 seconds, I think my SRO license is about to be removed.
That could be at least 10 seconds to log on to the back end of the site. Come on now. Not that fast.
Yeah.
He's right on its tail now. He's gonna have to defend for so long.
Oh, the leader is in. Leader's in.
And so is, well, there's a driver change in third position.
Yes, but the leader, Michael Mueller, is in for what should be his final stop. So that's earlier than we expected. Maybe to go earlier and then maybe push harder on super softs or even softs on.
I think they'll just play it easy. They've got plenty of time, don't they?
Yeah, they don't want to go too far and then risk it on tyre wear and have a big crash.
Yeah.
Well, here we are. This is going to be it now. Wilfred's got to find his way past. He's got a P2 car in the mix.
Oh no.
At the Killerfish P2 car?
I think so.
Light blue.
Not the place I would be in
Whoa,
with a P2 car.
If he touches either of these GT cars, that's it. And luckily he hasn't, because obviously these GT cars will get the damage back. As Wilfred looks for the inside, that's going to be a slight mistake there. But this is Wilfred's favourite overtaking setup here, getting a good exit and then using the boost. That's what he did to me earlier. Oh, I've told Renato to use the boost, but he was shouting at me saying he's not going to use it, but he's got to, otherwise Wilfred will get him. As Wilfred's looking for the inside there. Look a much better line today, he's got a good exit. More P2 traffic there, so that's the Atlantic car coming through.
No, goes for the inside. No, not
There's
far
no
enough.
space in the sunset line. But he's got him, guys.
That must have been so close. Let's get a replay of that. There must have been some contact there. I wonder if they both got the damage back. Oh, I can't bear to watch this.
George has passed on, he's cold or whatever to me.
Roy's going to wake up with the flu as well tomorrow.
Oh,
Bradley's going to be paralysed after not moving for 7 hours.
Getting a computer virus.
And I'm going to get sacked by Steve Davis if we don't win this.
I'd probably have to go back to surgery to replace my ears after what was the Eurovision song.
Oh, for God's sake, no, not your
That's the last time I'm
Here we go, he's going to use the boost. And traffic there, he's looking for it.
Gun on the inside, Renato on the inside.
I don't understand how a chocolate bar is supposed to help.
A bit of a tail moment there for Wilfred. He's going to look for the inside again into turn 1. Don't think he's close enough this time. Oh, taking a much tighter line. Is he going to get him now down to the inside? Come on, Renato. No, he's going to get him. Oh.
Or is he? Or is he?
Wow, Jesus, Renato held over the curbs round the outside. Surely they must have bumped doors that time. Is Wilfred going to have another go down into T1 now? Sorry, into the hairpin. He's looking at it, not close enough.
almost like I can feel the tension.
It's just awkward, isn't it? No one really wants to talk. They're so close.
Yeah, most commentators would be like off their seats shouting at the screen, and here we're just like just frozen.
I think the move's coming. I think this is a Vanderbrink setup here. He's getting his line right. He's going to be straight on the boost with this exit.
No, I'm just tired.
Like a cheetah hunting down.
Come
a
on,
deer.
Renato, get on the boost, maximum boost now. Look at him going defensive. Gonna be side by side to the final corner.
Wait. Wilfred is faster than you.
Oh, is there gonna be some contact there? He's outbroken him. Is Renato gonna get the switch back in? No, Wilfred done it. Oh dear. What's Renato got left? Come on, Renato.
I wouldn't be surprised if he tried something. Oh, he's gone wide.
There's 37 minutes left.
Remember what I said about explosion wheelies and backflips? So, anything is still possible. But correct, if someone does a wheelie, they should go faster, because that's what happened to Webber.
Oh, I did a wheelie earlier, I did a wheelie at the start of my stint. Actually, that's not, I guess, the other driver that was seen doing a wheelie.
I'll be right back.
No, there are two drivers I've seen that have done wheelies so far this round, one of them being me, and guess who the other one was? Quite obvious, really.
Timo Toika.
Yay!
Woo! Points for me.
Is that part of? Yes.
Paolo Martins into the pits.
Dupois
For
for
the
Lavroy.
Atlantic Racing Team.
Dupois for Norway.
Yeah. Which sadly is, I think that's how
Oh,
much
yeah.
they got today. So.
Speak of the
Sadly.
devil, look who just went into the pits.
Oh god.
Is that like a normal pit stop, or actually just because
Damage maybe? Oh, and Paolo Martins has also gone into the pit lane.
well, yeah.
Yeah. He's having a quite long pit stop, so I guess he's tanking up and changing tires.
He could also have sustained some damage earlier when he had his in or something.
Toika's out of the pits again. And so is Martins.
I think Wilfred is, pulling away.
Yeah, look at the gap.
Yeah. Wilfred was faster than you. I don't know why I tried to make that statement into a past tense version, but tried my best. That's it really, I don't think anyone else is gonna do anything. Unless, as I said, the explosions and stuff.
Yeah, I think most of the things around there now is pretty much settled. It's all
Or
about,
we get a disconnection, which I doubt, because...
And the magic pixies.
the magic pigs. We get little Smurfs punching cars. Right. See like an army of Smurfs come onto the track.
Why have I just imagined Sebastian Vettel in a Smurf costume?
I don't know. Why would you think of something like that?
You don't want to know.
Oh. Oh dear. Or little dancing men with lederhosen as well in the middle of the track.
God!
I knew that would do something.
Oh god.
I'm just thinking now, how do I make Bradley's vision of Sebastian Vettel worse now.
Oh god.
Chicken outfit.
It's
What
like
about- what
we've
about
released.
Chickenhead as his
It's
new
like we've
helmet?
released the Cat in the Hat into the open wilderness.
It's just madness. Well, it's like Cat in the Hat with Thing 1 and Thing 2 put together, and then add some explosions. Add Michael Bay to the end of it.
Oh, okay. Oh my god. Guess who just got damaged?
Is it Timo? As soon as I mention Michael Bay and explosions, you see Timo Tiger.
Yeah,
as well.
Timo Tucker just had an incident somewhere.
Oh dear. Neil Tasker's now in the car for Ace Motorsport. I just random shout out there. But yes, as I was saying, actually what we should do is for Timo's greatest hits, we should get Michael Bay to edit it. So every time he hits a barrier, he explodes.
I don't know what switch into the pits as well.
Oh dear.
For the rear endurance
Mm-hmm.
GT. That is 6th position in GT.
Right. They should be able to keep that 6th position.
Yeah, because they've got 2 laps to Ryan Walker behind them. But I think Erwin de Vassier was supposed to take the rear car over the finish line.
Correct.
I guess they are doing that driver swap now. It would make sense if they do.
Yeah, as he's the team over. He's the team owner, isn't he? Yes. No. Yes.
Oh, I think so. I'm not quite sure really, but
Well, let's see if he takes over the car. Meanwhile, the gap between the leaders is now 49 seconds. No pit stops are now required by those two teams, so that is just a race to the finish. And yes, there is a driver change for our endurance team,
indeed,
as we predicted.
well remembered.
Oh, we got some Killerfish Racing P2 had an incident somewhere.
Yeah.
Is that in the final sector? Or in the first sector? I'm not sure.
Let's see, that is... This car is into the pits. Let's hit the replay.
Was it Sunset Bend then?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
lost the rear end into the Sunset Bend. And going backwards into the wall.
So
No.
he toikered.
It's doing good. Sunset Bend has made many friends today. A special friend in one person, but yes, many victims.
They've had some very intimate moments.
Yeah, kissing the wall, as Rob Smedley would put it.
Yes, you've got to have a few nice kisses.
Right, and back onto the
To get-
circuit to
to
go.
get around, you need to kiss your way through. That's how you should treat Sunset Bend, I suppose. But actually, no, it's the opposite. But whatever.
I think we better just not to do sexual innuendos about a corner.
Okay, just randomly throwing that out there. Even though there was no real. Yeah. We are still 2 laps in front of the Fiat Sport Poland team.
Yeah, it was 4 laps earlier.
Oh yeah, with Timo's antics, it has been.
Well, Feeder Sport Poland lost a lot of time at one point with an incident with the Simtech car, and also other times. So they've had a lot of incidents at the start, but since then they've managed to try and keep the composure and have less incidents.
They might catch Timo.
No, I don't.
Oh, really?
No, no. it would take probably at least 5 crashes, and yeah, they could.
Oh, poor Timo.
I was gonna say we really got slating him, aren't we?
Yeah, this is. He's had a very long day. He's done very long stints, and it's
To
a
be
bit
fair,
harsh.
this isn't really a very long day. You know, it's only what, like half an hour into this day. It's
Okay, he's had a pretty hard yesterday and a bit of today as well. So you know, well it isn't in America, you know, or any yeah. Is there a country that runs on -1 GMT? I don't think there is. Theoretically, the Canary Islands should be on -1 GMT, but it just goes with Spain. I don't think there is. There is no island in between what is Brazil and the west point of Africa.
So I hope you all enjoyed Alejandro's geography lesson. Tune in a few weeks to hear more of where maybe next time you might talk about the history of Spain.
Don't get me started on that.
God.
I started history for most of my school life, so you know. Neither that or Eurovision, up to you. No action really out on track, really.
Still leading the race is Michael Miller for No Limit Motorsport. He's now 50 seconds ahead of Kasper Mortensen, the Atlantic P1 car.
Ugh, that was a big yawn.
That's what happened. Basically, us three yawned. You know, average size yawns, and what that's done is accumulate into you, and you've like burst out a major yawn. That's what's happened.
Oh my god, guess he just had an incident.
Oh no!
Wouldn't it be hilarious if I didn't say Timo Toika now?
It would, but looking at my time screen, I know it's him. So, poor Timo. As we are just viewing the leader, doing leader stuff.
Completing his 397th lap.
You mean the team? I'm pretty sure Michael Muller didn't do the whole entire race.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So again, Timo Toika losing about 14 seconds on that lap.
It's interesting that Timo hasn't actually got into a bad accident. They've been pretty minor accidents.
I think he might have lost a wheel at some point.
Well, since then, it hasn't
Okay,
been...
to be fair, because he's had so many incidents, I actually can't remember. I'm being serious.
At least he's kept it out there, and he's determined to finish.
I know. It's really quite extraordinary how he's managed to keep going, even due to demoralising crashes every single.
Most people would just go, "Oh, forget this," and you know.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this anymore, but Timo Toika, really determined, finished no matter what, and not last in his class. So. Oh come on, please! Someone do a wheelie. Someone do something.
Ryan Walker is in the pits for Atlantic Racing GT.
Ah, interesting.
Not really.
Well, yeah, because there's been nothing in the last half hour.
It's sarcasm. It's English humour.
Yes. Well, you do slightly have it in other languages, but yeah. Remember, Dudley. Sarcasm is the lowest form of wit. And you didn't understand a word of that, did you?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay. Making sure there. You know what would really make this kind of like more exciting? If we had like the Mario Kart song for the for the next like, I don't know, 10 minutes. And we'll have random boxes appear on the track. And then all we hear in the background is like maybe the No Limit Motorsport. All we hear is a stuff.
I was doing the coconut wall.
Oh right. Someone's playing on the Nintendo Wii a lot lately. Everyone enjoy the musical stylings of Bradley Vanyan and Mario Kart.
Oh, so that's the music we can use for this team or take a best.
Yeah. Or we can get the Sonic the Hedgehog theme every time he gets like hit by something. I don't know how the Sonic the Hedgehog theme goes, so you know.
Do we still have that chat box thingy running, or is that crashed as well?
Huh?
No.
Oh, the chat
is
box
up.
at the bottom. Yeah, no one said anything.
Maybe no one's watching.
Well, no,
Yeah,
because
if-
it says
if you-
there are a
if you
few
are-
people.
Yeah, if you are watching, then can you actually talk?
Please!
Yeah, I
We
know
are
it's okay.
dying
Yeah, so there's
of yawning! And no explosions! But yeah, really, say something if you want to. Or
Yeah,
hopefully-
Roy Schroden did. Huh.
When was that?
The Mario song is going faster every lap done. How fast will it go after 400 laps then?
Speaking of which, we are leader is around Sunset Bend, and there they have driven 400 laps. No Limit Motorsport P1.
Hey, and there's now 20 minutes left as well.
Still time to do some more laps. Second position then, Kasper Mortensen for Atlantic Racing Team. And he is now...
I think they'll be pretty pleased with second. I mean they could have challenged for the win, but surely they were on a different strategy. And
yeah, it's 52.9 seconds between them, and I did have Peter Enders here earlier on, and he told me that one of the drivers had gotten the wrong setup when he was driving, so he was second or second and a half slower in average on each lap on his 67 lap stint. Of course, they lost a lot of time there.
oh, and Lukasz, help.
Lukasz Zakalowski of the Feeder Sport Poland P2 team has pitted.
Yeah, thank you.
In fact, no, you're welcome.
Ah. Have we had any action from Timu? Or anyone for that matter?
Surprisingly, no.
I would say there's a battle in the form of Renato. Oh wait, no, speaking of the devil, Timo Toika has had
In the middle sector.
oh. P2 car must be very hard to drive, or at least for Timo Toika. Very hard to drive.
He must be
Yeah.
exhausted by now.
Yeah, he's had. Since when did he come on to do his major stint that he's been doing lately?
Let's see.
Where we have about just under 20 minutes until the end of the race.
He's now completed 362 laps and he got into the car at lap 196.
Wow. So, quite a lot of laps there.
Yeah, that's a huge amount of laps.
Going up to barely any time left. Where we can all just collapse bed or do whatever we're doing.
Oh, he has done 166 laps. He's still going. Hats off.
Yeah. Really entertained us, and he's shown a very committed performance today.
Yeah.
And then P2 has been pretty much dominated by Jürgen Müller
Well,
in the second half.
Yeah, I was going to say in the second half, because in the first half it was all about... Where can I find them? Motorsport for All, Manuel Beecher.
Yeah.
But then they had a problem in a pit stop.
Then let them.
Of course, one of the other retirements from Lubchik, 05 Motorsport P1. They were in third until they lost connection, I think.
Sasha Engelhardt, or there's been a change for Killer Fish.
Mhm. Who two?
Hmm?
Who two?
GT.
No, it's GT.
Oh yeah.
The third position.
Yeah, Patrick Rell has just taken the wheel of that car.
Yep.
That's two Porsches then. Oh, three Porsches in the top four.
Jürgen Müller also pits.
Yep. So this will probably be just like the final pit stop, just for the last 50 minutes. Like, this might just be sort of a little special. You know, get some other driver involved for the end of it.
Or just simply grabbing enough fuel to finish the race because he's back out onto the circuit.
Or simply grabbing enough fuel. Yeah. Should we watch Teemu Toika?
Well, let me have a look at something first. Well, the Vida Sport Poland team is still 2 laps behind.
But yeah, let's
Even
have a,
with the antics of Timo.
let's have a look at the SRS racing car. Of course, it's only me and Teemu and Roy driving. But
Well, he won't do 200 laps in a row, but he's mighty close.
oh,
Oh. As we watch Timo go around Sunset Bend.
backwards.
His new best friend. The thing with Sebring, it's a track, it is practically Marmite, you either like it or hate it. Because,
You mean love it or hate it?
oh, same thing really, like, love.
Well, I don't think that Teemu Toika's actually had.
Oh, and he's spun it again.
I don't think the devil has had much practice, as I think he was sort of
Oh, he's
a
now
late-
the devil.
Yeah, I think he was more of a late driver for Ben Warren. Wasn't able to race today, so I think that's sort of the same with Roy as well. I think both of them haven't had too much practice time with this car.
Well,
Might be.
as said earlier, Roy, hats off to Timo and the team for actually keeping the car still in the race and not last. So.
Yeah, lost another 8 seconds in that first sector there.
I think he's become our most, well, our little favourite driver to talk about, to be fair.
Okay, so there's 12 minutes remaining, or 12 and a half minutes remaining. And in that space, I forgot what to say. Yeah.
Lemons.
Melons.
Dyslexia. I've said. Yeah, still watching Timo Toika on screen here. Goes into turn 1.
There is one good thing with watching Timo Toika. You know that, like sometimes, you know when you're watching the replays and they're laggy?
Oh yeah?
But if you're watching the live, then you'll know that you'll be able to deal with crashes.
He almost had a coming together with the leader as he goes off again.
Oh, that would have been harsh.
I would have.
Well, that'll be the last time that he'll be lapped by the no limit car, unless he has incident. So it won't be the last time that he gets lapped by the no limit car. I need to stop with all this teamwork stuff.
I take it we only have 10 laps. 10 minutes to go.
11 minutes to go.
Alright.
Yeah, it's exactly 11 minutes now. So
I think I deserve a point for that. What? And the amount of times I've guessed Timo.
dope.
Funny how they actually don't say the first 7 points.
Oh god, no, we're doing Eurovision again. Oh,
okay,
god.
I'll come off it. Sorry. I said I wouldn't do it anymore.
I feel sorry for Roy.
Well, I'm watching the race, so
Maybe you've had to put up with us too.
We're just having a casual conversation, more like.
Yeah. Well, a casual conversation in our terms, but other people's terms. You know, who talks about Eurovision unless it's on? So, like it never existed. The day afterwards. Shall we go through the fields?
Annie, I was just going to ask a quick question. When you do an endurance race like this, do you feel that you lose a track of time?
yeah. At least when you're doing like this, and doing the broadcast for hour after hour.
Yeah.
It's quite easy to lose the track of time.
I think I've done this, well, I think, yeah, be for 8 hours now that I'll be doing this, and this is my first ever actual broadcast, so...
I've done a semi one. I wasn't here for...
You had a what?
I had a semi broadcast.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Bradley's imagination again.
I just didn't hear the word broadcast.
Semi broadcast. More Toika spins.
Did he?
Yeah, look on the broadcast. Or just look on screen.
Sadly, I can't because of a problem.
A problem. A problem. Live timing keeps killing itself on me. It's deciding, oh yeah, I'll give you the times. Oh no, I'm not going to show the times.
What is
I
this
have
gap
to-
between Van den Brink and Donald? It's up to 18 and a half seconds.
Whoa! He must have made a mistake somewhere then. If that
Yeah.
way he's backed off. And it's 52 seconds for the two leaders. Just checking
do
that no one's
our,
been disqualified. Nope. Everyone is still in the race that has been in the race for the last an hour or so.
Yeah.
Longer than that. Oh no!
Oh.
Bogus. Feeder Sport Poland, pole position.
Let's see.
Is this going to be a commentator's curse? It looks like it's in the first sector.
I've jumped past him, haven't I?
They've lost a lot
There
of
is.
time.
That car is missing the right front wheel.
Oh, no!
So, well, he should be able to replace it as long as he actually gets in his pit box correctly. Because all the other teams that I've seen.
Oh, the Toika's going screaming past him as well.
Over.
And we don't see that on screen because someone
No.
has dropped back
Oh, and Team Toika's got damage.
I see nothing on screen at the moment. There we go, we're back.
So that's not a commentator's curse again, yay. But
You're proud of that, are you?
yep.
Yay!
Oh, and no,
Crash
Lewis are doing a
someone.
tremendous race. No, so yeah, Feeder Sport Poland, well, the other teams I've seen so far that have lost a wheel, including myself, as long as you are able to actually pit properly inside your pit box, then you should be able to carry on with the race. So the wheel actually just coming off there in that crash. Even if they, let me just check where the P2 car is, because I was thinking even if they do end up retiring, they should still be able to reform.
Yeah,
Well,
it's 8 laps between them.
yeah, so, yeah. It's just be more of a shame that they won't actually be able to actually finish the race, and they'll come 5 minutes too short. So they're in the pits now, and Timo Toika is got a bit more damage though.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
they put the
Team-
wheel back onto the Feeder Sport Poland car. So we're soon back out.
As long as Bogus has actually pitted correctly, then it should be fine.
Team has lost it again in the Sunset Bend with no rear spoiler.
His favourite place, but this time probably not of his
If-
own doing.
Actually, if you think about it, if Timo Toika has a long pit stop, then watch out for Lukas Zalagowski. He might be able to
But he's
catch
only
up.
just a lap behind, and especially, yeah,
Yeah.
body work and all sorts.
Okay, Timo in the pits. Bogus in the pit. Bogus wheel being replaced? Yes or no?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Be a crushing blow if they didn't. Although I don't think it would make much of a difference. Bogus, because I think they've got 4th. I don't see P2 leader catching up with the amount of laps he.
No, that's impossible.
Unless out of
both-
nowhere that P2
Nah.
car becomes like a complete rocket jet, which is completely possible. No, I'm joking.
No, but that won't matter anyway, 'cause it's of course per class.
Exactly.
So yeah, they're both still in the pits.
With not much of this race left now.
Wait, will Bogus be able to do 400 laps? Because that means he's on 398. He should be able to do 400 laps. Yeah, he has lost a lot of time, as has Timo. Yeah, Timo Toika is now only 90 seconds ahead of the Feeder Sport Poland P2 car, so all these crashes now do seem to be hampering him finally. They might lose a position in the very last moments of the race.
Well, Toika is going again.
or maybe not.
Laskowski has just come out of the hairpin, so he's got half the lap left to do.
So
Catch
3
up.
minutes and 15 seconds to go.
Is Bogus still in the pits?
He's,
Alright.
he's exiting now.
Yeah.
Let's just check the gap now between Toyka and Zaklowski. It is 65 seconds. And yeah, Bogus is now out of the pits. 7 laps ahead of the P2 leader. Meanwhile, with only 200 seconds to go, Mueller is just storming around the track. Just to say that, it was quite a slow first sector. But, yeah.
Should we have a rundown of the field now, in the dying minutes of the race?
Yeah, why not?
Let's see, let me catch up with the leader first there.
Right,
There you go.
so in first by 51 seconds in front of second place is Michael Müller. In second place is Kasper Mortensen, Antic Racing. An extra 5 laps down is Thorsten Lobinger. Fourth place is Fergus in the feeder Sport Poland, last of the P1 runners. Paolo Martin, Jürgen Müller in first place of P2 category with Paolo Martins in second. After him it's Stefan Glotzel. Fourth it's George Pole. Fifth is our favourite man Timo Toyka. Who's Bradley. Sixth position is Lukasz Zelakowski. I think that ends the P2 train. First in the GT, Wilfried van der Brink. In second for GT is Renato Dornelis. Third is Patrick Rao. Fourth, Benjamin Thurman. Fifth is David Lopez. Erwin Leweisser in sixth, I think.
Yeah, and then it's Ryan Walker in 17th.
Wilkinson. Oh yeah, 7th in the GT.
Okay, we need to get to the leader because I think
Neil
he's about to
Tasker.
cross the line. The leader, Michael Mueller, the clock is about to tick 0 as it does now.
So this is effectively the last lap.
No, this is it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The lap he's on now is the last lap.
And he's just on Sunset Bend to win the 12 hours of Sebring.
Must be a great feeling.
It's been a great race from No Limit Motorsports.
Start to finish, really, hasn't it?
And here they are.
Taking the checkered flag. They will have won. As I said, this must be a great feeling. Especially I think to the one who finishes the race as well. I think you get a big sense of accomplishment. Let's see if we can get on board the second place man, unless he's already crossed the line.
No, he's just. Of course, there have been other.
Yeah, there we can see him there, just in front of what is the P2 winner.
Yeah,
There's
a
another No
great
Limit.
win there from Mueller, or both Muellers. No Limit Motorsport really, well, in a way, dominating this event. Of course, they weren't really dominating the P2 race until all 4 Motorsport retired. However, you know, it's been a great performance from the whole team to get first in P1 and P2, and
Wilfred van der Brink's already passed, and he is the winner of the GT category.
And Timo Toika, has he finished yet?
Yeah, he has. He has.
And Ryan Walker. Oh no, Ryan Walker's crashed at the end.
Oh no! Oh, that's just a shame. Well, you don't know. You could just see if you can stroll across.
He is going across the line.
There you go. At least it's.
And same with he had some damage, I think, after crossing the line.
Oh. Yeah,
And that should be everyone into the finish then.
Yep, everyone is.
I think everyone's just doing like an extra lap, wind down.
I think some people have gone to the paddock now.
Just watching Van der Brink, who's decided to go an extra lap, or is actually finishing.
Yeah, we got other people just running, going into the pit lane.
Yeah.
Oh look! Oh,
And someone spun.
Timo Toika.
Oh no!
Yeah. Even after the race, he causes incidents.
And that's
yeah,
why you have to
so
laugh,
let's
Timo.
have a rundown of our podium positions in each class. No Limit Motorsport P1 car has finished first overall and in the P1 class, followed by Atlantic Racing with Casper Mortensen driving that car at the end. Rhino's Esports P1 was third in the P1 class, driven by Forsten Lobinger. In the P2s, we had No Limit Motorsport again winning, with Jürgen Müller driving that across the line. Paolo Martins was the final driver for the Atlantic Racing 2 team, and Stefan Glotzel was the driver for the Killerfish Racing P2. And then to GT, which, well, it was a bit anticlimactic, but for most of the race it was the best battle out there. Sim Racing for Holland GT took a very well-deserved victory with Wilfred van der Brink driving that car home. Then in second place in GT was 05 Motorsport GT with Renato Dornelles, and then third was Patrick Roll. Yes, in the Killerfish Racing GT. So Killerfish have also got 2 podiums along with No Limit.
Yeah, very well done. It's a very nice way to start the season.
And there were 18 finishers out of 41.
It's not too bad number. Of course, we would hope that we would have more cars over the finish, but in the end, that is quite a good number, given that we have these issues we have with the game and the driver swaps and everything. And well, it would be nice to have drivers in for an interview now at the end of the race.
Yeah, so would anyone like to join? I think everyone's too tired.
Yeah,
and they all just want to go, let me go to bed. Oh. And now, here comes everyone.
So, I will talk with Timo Toika first. We saw you have a large amount of incidents in your extremely long stint, of course, with Roy Schroeder not Ali racing in the sort of in the second half of the race. So what was it like driving out there?
Well, it was boring, mainly. With the next guy, like 4 to 8 laps in front of me, and the guy behind me 4 to 6 laps behind me, and it was tiring. Just I can't feel my arms properly, and I'm suffering from dehydration, and
as we have Robin van der Gaart and...
Okay, well thanks Timo. Let's talk with the GT class winner. Well, we have both for them. For the Sim Racing for Holland team, Wilfred van der Brink and Robin Vidigal. So, well done. First off, it was you fought back after a few spins in the race to beat O5 Motorsport and also No Limit. So, overall, how did your race go?
Yeah, the last hour was very hectic. Was for the lead. Had to gain 4 seconds to Ronaldo, the 05 car, and yeah, it was a good fight. And in the end, I could pass him the last corner, and then
Hello,
yeah, I think
everyone.
it was,
One moment, Ricardo. We'll come to you in a moment.
Sorry, I didn't say hello, man.
sorry. It's alright. Hello, no. Yeah. So, Wilfred, that has to be one of the best races you've been in.
yeah, it was. This one is pretty high up in the list. Yeah.
It's
sure.
we tried our best. I put
I
Ronaldo
was-
in for my 2 hours at the end, so
Yeah,
we drove for 4 hours and 40 minutes.
I was like, when is George coming in? When is George taking over?
Well, you knew that if I got in the car, that would be it. You know, game, set, and match, race victory. So we tried our best, but it was
First time when I took over, it was like, oh, Ronaldo is still driving the car. Okay, maybe next pit stop is gonna change, but no, yeah, not. So then we knew, yeah, we knew that we had to get to go with the hard fight.
On what kind of tires were you, Wilfred?
It's a secret.
Oh, come on, you gotta
come
tell
on.
us now the race is finished.
Wanker.
That last so I suppose it's after 9 o'clock, so it's alright.
We weren't on hards.
Yeah, but was it soft or mediums? Come on now.
Robin can tell if he wants.
We were driving super hards.
Yeah, Renato was running 310 with the wings and hard, so I think
310?
setup was compromised.
Oh, that's why I passed him so easy on the straight.
No, congratulations anyway. It was a great victory to you and
Yeah,
to Robin.
You guys too, Ronaldo, good race.
Well done,
and
guys.
Jeffrey and 05. So
And what
Really
about
sounds
Timo?
like you mean it.
Is Timu here?
Yes.
Yes, I'm still here.
Ah, you absolute nutter. I don't think I've ever witnessed such a crazy stint.
I only saw Timu when I drove. So did he do full 12 hour or something?
I did a total
felt
of
like
8 hours and 45 minutes and 6 hours straight. Because my teammate went to sleep and he was the only teammate that I had for this race, so I couldn't do anything.
Yeah, that is a ridiculously crazy performance, but well done for making it to the end. Who else is in here that wants a chat? Who wants questions asked to them? Come on, someone.
Well, I think we should actually talk to you 05 guys, because Renato in the last stint tried his best to keep back Wilfred, but how was it in the final stint, Ricardo?
Renato.
Renato, oh my god, I feel so. Oh dear, I'm
Go on,
sorry.
Renato.
Oh, I'm so sorry. But could you explain what happened when you saw Wilfred? When you see the time just closing down. Oh my god, I can't speak.
I think we'll just let Renato talk.
Yeah.
Just describe the last stint, Renato.
Yeah, the last stint was the final 2 stints for me was really hard because I knew Wilfred was going for the victory, and I drove with him and RDLMS as a teammate, and he's pretty fast. He's faster than me a couple of tenths. So I knew I had to do my best to keep him behind me, and I had a 25-second gap that went down to 7 after one stint, and I was holding that gap till 2 seconds, but was still having like 45 minutes of race. It was too much for me. And then at the last turn I hit the inside wall and probably got all the damage back. And maybe that's why he passed me easily on the straights. I tried to hold him maybe for two laps, but even if I haven't had hitting the wall, he probably would pass me. He was faster than me, and it was a great battle. I know that losing for him is not a shame. He's a great driver.